Tori and Zach Roloff, stars of Little People, Big World, are spending $2 million on a new farm. Finally, the sad news is that Amy Roloff and Chris Merrick have formally separated. I'll tell you all about it. We're getting into something really big today, and the LPBW community is giddy with anticipation. The show's mainstays for many seasons, Zach and Tori Roloff, just made an incredible move. After years of heartache, family conflicts, and uncertainty surrounding Roloff Farms, they have started a new chapter in their lives by purchasing a gorgeous $2 million farm. But what's the backstory on this huge acquisition? Why now? What implications does this have for their future? Get a warm beverage, take a seat, and let's explore this amazing journey from Roloff Farms' highs and lows to the ideal farm that Zach and Tori are presently residing on. This is a tale of tenacity, familial ties, and fresh starts. You won't want to miss a single detail, I assure you. If you've never been here before, click the subscribe button, ring the bell, and come discover the latest adventure of the Roloff family with our community of reality TV fans. Let's begin. We must go back to the beginning to see why Zach and Tori's recent farm purchase is so significant. Hillsboro, Oregon is home to Roloff Farms. For viewers who have watched Little People, Big World since its 2006 TLC debut, this 109-acre property is more than simply a plot of ground, you know. It is essential to the saga of the Roloff family. Little People Matt and Amy Roloff established a life there, managing the difficulties of dwarfism and a busy farm business while raising their 4 children, twins Zach and Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob. It was more than just a house on the farm. It served as a playground, a place of employment, and the setting for innumerable memories, ranging from family milestones to the craziness of pumpkin season. However, it was also the cause of some of the most significant problems for the family. The farm's future was rocked by Matt and Amy's 2015 divorce. The question of who would continue the Roloff Farms legacy changed along with the family relationships. Zach always had a strong bond with the farm because he was the only Roloff brother who shared his parents' dwarfism. He spent his childhood wandering its fields, helping out during pumpkin season, and hoping to one day teach his own children, Jackson, Lila, and Jose, about it. His wife since 2015, Tori, also liked the farm life and frequently posted touching photos of their family's time there on social media. Their ambition of owning Roloff Farms, however, didn't exactly work out as they had hoped, as we shall discover. Roloff Farms has been a hotbed of family strife in recent years. The father of the family, Matt Roloff, had ambitious intentions for the land. They were viewed as controversial by some and visionary by others. What would happen to the land was a major concern after Amy sold Matt her share of the farm. Negotiations broke down after Zach and his twin brother Jeremy both indicated an interest in taking over. Things reached a breaking point in 2021 and 2022. For $4 million, Matt advertised a section of the farm that included the famous Red Barn and the family residence. Fans were outraged by the action, which led to a public dispute with Zach. Zach wasn't holding back when he criticized his father on social media for what he perceived to be manipulation of the farm sale narrative. Zach thought that his ambition of keeping the farm in the family was evaporating during a contentious meeting with Tori and Matt's partner, Karen Chandler. However, Matt argued that Zach arrived with demands rather than an openness to compromise. After the agonizing follow-up, Zach and Tori decided to take a risk. They left Little People behind and relocated to Battleground, Washington, after leaving Oregon. Big World in 2024, bringing an end to a significant period of their life. Moving to Washington was a bittersweet experience. With their 3 children, Zach and Tori created a lovely life there, but Roloff Farms' demise left a hole. Zach talked candidly on their podcast, Raising Heights, about how his childhood on the farm was different from his children's. It was evident that the scars from the farm disagreement were deep. He stated, "No one's holding grudges, but there's just no interest." By 2025, fans will have answered the question, would Zach and Tori ever find a place to call their own? A new farm to create their own legacy? Imagine this. Only a short drive from Zach and Tori's current residence in Battleground, this 50-acre paradise is located in the center of Washington. This stunningly remodeled farmhouse features 5 bedrooms, a modern kitchen, wraparound porches that are ideal for family get-togethers, and a solid barn that is prepared for future renovations or cattle. Rolling fields that can be used for their own pumpkin patch, crops, or even animals. According to reports, Zach and Tori Roloff paid $2 million for this farm at the beginning of 2025. An action that ignited the Little People, Big World fans. Let's be clear now before we go into the specifics. Neither Zach nor Tori have formally announced this purchase on their podcast or social media accounts, at least not yet. However, rumors in the LPBYOI group, along with insider information and Washington real estate rumors, vividly depict this new phase. Let's now reconstruct how Zach and Tori discovered their ideal farm and why their $2 million investment is more than just a piece of real estate. A new beginning has begun. Zach and Tori remained committed to their dream of farm ownership despite the disappointment of losing out on Roloff farms. They had made their home in Washington, a large house that was ideal for rearing Joa, Lila, and Jackson. However, their dreams expanded along with their family. According to people close to the couple, they looked for the ideal property for more than a year in hopes of finding a place where they could raise their children and leave a lasting legacy. They desired a spot to start something new without the burden of the Roloff farm's drama and room for their kids to run around freely, exactly like Zach did when he was a youngster. It all fell into place in late 2024. Not far from where they currently reside, in Clark County, Washington, a gorgeous 50-acre property went up for sale. It was a stretch at $2.1 million, but Zach and Tori saw its potential right away. Constructed in the early 2000s and recently refurbished, the farmhouse provided contemporary conveniences suitable for a family of 5. It had 3 bathrooms, 5 bedrooms, and enough room for the kids to grow up. Additionally, there was a guest suite for visiting relatives like Amy and her husband Chris Merrick, or even Matt, should the family ever get back together. Despite being smaller than the famous Red Barn at Roloff Farm, the barn was ideal for holding community gatherings or starting off small with animals. But what was the final nail in the coffin? The terrain. There are fields for farming and woodland spaces for exploration on 50 acres of fertile land. Zach, who has always loved the outdoors, viewed it as an opportunity to instill in his children the importance of hard labor and a connection to the natural world. Ever the planner, Tori had the idea to transform a portion of the land into a family-friendly agritourism destination, possibly even a tiny pumpkin patch to compete with the well-known one at Roloff Farm. Making the purchase wasn't simple. Even for a couple who reportedly made about $700,000 apiece from Little People, Big World, their podcast, and Tori's photography company, this was a huge financial jump at $2 million. According to sources, they calculated the dangers, spoke with financial advisors, and crunched statistics for months. Zach, who has always been forthright about his cautious approach to significant decisions, wanted to make sure that his family wouldn't be overburdened. The upbeat Tori viewed it as an investment in their future, a location where their children may grow up feeling as amazed by Roloff Farms as Zach did. According to reports, they were able to make it work by obtaining a mortgage with a reasonable rate because of their solid credit history and the thriving Washington real estate market. They also looked at innovative methods to make money from the farm, such as holding events or opening a small farm stand, and using the money they had saved from their TLC days. The agreement was finalized by the beginning of 2025, and Zach and Tori were now the proud proprietors of their own property. However, this transaction involves more than just money or land. It has to do with recovery. Zach and Tori wanted a new start after their public spat with Matt over Roloff Farms. They have the opportunity to change the course of history and leave a legacy that is wholly their own on this land. It's a daring declaration. Roloff Farms is not necessary for them to realize their dream. What does Zach, Tori, and the larger Roloff family stand to gain from this $2 million farm? It's a win for Zach and Tori as a marriage, first and foremost. They had their share of difficulties. Navigating Zach's health concerns due to dwarfism, having 3 children, filming a reality show for almost 20 years, and resolving family conflicts. Purchasing this farm demonstrates their tenacity and dedication to providing their children with a family and nature-based upbringing. Like real farms were for Zach, this farm will be a playground for Jackson, Lila, and Joa. On Instagram, Tori has already expressed her excitement about giving the kids a place to explore, perhaps even launching a 4E project or teaching them how to take care of animals. As an attentive father who is passionate about coaching soccer, Zach sees the farm as a means of instilling in his children the same work ethic that he was taught as a child. What about the other members of the Roloff family, though? Unavoidably, the farm purchase has raised concerns regarding Zach's relationship with his father, Matt. There are no outward indications of a complete reconciliation as of mid-2025. Although Zach has stated on Raising Heights that their relationship may improve with time, it is still tense at the moment. Zach and Tori's new farm has not been discussed publicly by Matt, who is still operating farms and just relisted a part for $2.895 million. There are disagreements among fans. While some believe this strengthens the breach as Zach and Tori forge their own path apart from Roloff Farms, others hope it could be a step toward healing. Zach's mother, Amy Roloff, is another important component of this picture. Amy is still adored in the LPBW community even though she sold Matt her portion of Roloff Farms. She has remained close to Zach, Tori, and their children and is now married to Chris Merrick again. According to sources, Amy is ecstatic about the new farm since she believes Zach will be able to continue the family's farming heritage in his own unique way. Based on her personal experience at Roloff Farms, she reportedly visited the property and even gave decorating advice for the farmhouse. The other Roloff siblings, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob, have all chosen various routes. With their own land, Jeremy and his wife Audrey prioritize their family and podcast. Molly maintains a quiet profile, while Jacob, who is currently assisting Matt at Roloff Farms, has his own ideas about sustainable farming. The siblings don't appear to be directly involved with Zach and Tori's new farm, but it serves as a reminder that there is still plenty to learn about the Roloff family. Despite the looming shadow of Roloff Farms, each sibling is leaving their own mark. What will happen to Zach and Tori's $2 million farm next? There are countless options. Whether they will make it a public attraction, akin to a miniature Roloff farm with its own pumpkin season, is already a topic of speculation among fans. Families searching for a family-friendly activity might find it appealing due to Tori's social media acumen and photographic abilities. Some believe they will keep it quiet, concentrating on raising their children and even launching a modest farm-totable enterprise. This land is unquestionably a blank canvas. This site provides a blank canvas for Zach and Tori to create their dream, unlike Roloff Farms, which had decades of history and family baggage. According to reports, they are already working on little tasks like repairing the barn for cattle and creating a garden. Tori has expressed her desire to host family get-togethers and, if things calm down, a large Roloff reunion. Regarding Little People, Big World, Zach and Tori's departure in 2024 does not signify the end of their narrative. There is discussion of a possible spin-off or YouTube series about their new farm life, and fans are demanding updates. Without the drama of TLC cameras, picture yourself watching the Roloffs as they turn this $2 million property into a family legacy. Zach and Tori are now keeping quiet, but in the upcoming months, their Raising Heights podcast may reveal some details. This farm is not just a buy. It's a declaration. Tori and Zach are demonstrating that they can pursue their dreams without the help of Roloff Farms. They are creating something fresh and exclusively their own. It serves as a reminder that leaving a family legacy involves more than merely clinging to the past. Making something for the future is their goal. This farm will serve as their Roloff Farms, where Jackson, Lila, and Joa will create their own memories. Here it is, the amazing tale of Zach and Tori Roloff's $2 million farm, a fresh chapter centered on family, recovery, and pursuing one's aspirations. We're excited to watch what they accomplish with this gorgeous property and how it affects the future of their family. What are your thoughts? Will the Roloffs become closer as a result of this farm? Or is it the last thing Zach and Tori will do before leaving Roloff Farms? Please share your opinions in the comments section below. Additional updates. Why did Zach Roloff and Tori break up again? What took place? Additionally, Karen Chandler sent the kids of Tori and Zach Roloff a surprise gift. I'll tell you all about it. When fans watched them split apart, they were naturally alarmed. However, Tori didn't hold her fans in suspense for very long before revealing everything. Remain alert. Tori left her spouse behind when she got on the plane last week. She told her followers that she was taking another significant man in her life to a magnificent place. Zach, Lila, and Joa stayed behind as Tori and 60-year-old Jackson traveled to Disneyland in California. Fans naturally have a lot of questions about this. What caused Zach and Tori to split up? Something prevented the entire family from going to Disneyland. Taken at Disneyland. This is a photo of Tori and Jackson. Zach and Tori are no longer dating. They've already split up. They alternate taking trips, although occasionally one of them stays at home to look after the children. Tori has chosen to give an explanation for their breakup this time. As she explained in a Q&A on Instagram stories for LPBW fans, Tori left Joa at home with Zach while they were in Disneyland with Jackson alone. Zach isn't as much of a fan as Jay and I are, and Lila didn't want to come. The LPBW star said in a simple response, "I do not have an opinion, Joa." She continued by claiming that Lila is too young to comprehend Disney and does not enjoy loud music. When the father chose to stay, his daughter also wanted to go with him. Tori's decision to leave Joa and Lila at home with Zach appears to have been the right one for her family, despite the fact that some admirers disagree with her. She also got to spend time with her oldest child, which was an added bonus. Although it wasn't the ideal trip for them at the time, they may go to Disneyland with the whole family in the future. Tori gushed about how much fun traveling alone with Jackson was as she posted some pictures and captions from the trip to Instagram. She said that having this one-on-one time with Jackson was a blessing. Tori Roloff left Zach, Lila, and Joa at home while she took Jackson to Disneyland. Do you find that surprising? The family is dissolving. What do you think about the situation? Please feel free to remark now. Unexpected. Without Tori or their 3 children, Zach Roloff intends to take a vacation to South America. This news has Little People fans in a frenzy. After the Little People, there was a family feud. Matt, the father of big world stars, made the decision to sell Roloff Farms. Zach, 32, has now made it known that he plans to travel to a South American soccer competition without Tori, their 3 kids, Jackson, 5, Lila, 2, and Joa, 7 months, and without her approval. The reality star shared the event poster and a photo of his global crew on Instagram earlier this week. The TV personality revealed in the photo's description that he will be joining teams from Mexico, Paraguay, Guatemala, Ecuador, Bolivia, and Peru in a futsal competition in Bogota, Colombia. I am eagerly anticipating another incredible event that is quickly approaching. In addition to being entertaining, these competitions help the dwarf community in nations where disability groups are not as well known as they are, for example, in America. You realize how far we have come when you visit one of these nations. Although there is still work to be done in certain areas, amenities like accessible ramps or lower restrooms are essentially non-existent. To assist with some unanticipated expenses related to our attendance, our group has set up a GoFundMe page. The link can be found under my stories and bio. While I'm there, I'll make sure to post updates frequently so that everyone is aware. These sources will cover the cost of coaching, transportation, and game day expenditures. This GoFundMe will help my team and the competition I'm in, but not me. When Zach left on his own vacation, Matt's choice to sell the pumpkin farmhouse caused a great deal of division within the Roloff family. The child celebrity opened up about his continuing, intense conflict with his father on Instagram this week. After sharing a selfie on social media on Monday, the father of 3 invited his followers to get in touch with him regarding anything. Zach is seen grinning at the camera while sitting in a brown chair and sporting a grey hoodie. There was a huge plant in his back. With the description, "This time it was only him," he shared the picture. After learning about the dispute with his father, Matt, his 1 million followers wasted no time in inquiring about it. "How comfortable are you with airing the fight with your dad to all of America?" was one of the questions posed. "Right now, I want to hear everyone's opinion on anything." "Not cool with it," retorted Zach. "It has unquestionably sped up several processes." Zach, however, said nothing when questioned more about the familial conflict. One commenter wrote, "I hope your family has settled your troubles," while another said, "Time to mend the family. I hope you are all doing well. The time to dwell on past mistakes is limited, is not it? It breaks my heart to see that you guys are not closer to your dad." Another commenter added, "Remember that life is delicate and that he will not be around indefinitely. I know that not everything is visible to viewers. You should never blame your dad, and you should not resent your parents because of their financial situation." Finally, another follower advised parents to always keep in mind that they will be judged by their children. Some people shared their thoughts regarding Karen Chandler, Matt's girlfriend. "I have an unfathomable amount of loathing for Karen. She has put the children as well as your parents in risk. Unfortunately, Matt will never understand. I never trusted Karen because, although I know she loves your children, there is something about her that bothers me." Another person expressed their approval, writing, "Am I the only one that likes Karen LOL? I have always thought she stayed in her lane." This comes after Motion 24's exclusive revelation that Karen intends to move permanently to Arizona after her massive feud with Matt's children. No more today. What are your thoughts on this rumor today? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and subscribe to our channel to receive more updates like this. Thank you.